Hi there, this is MC Oda and I am back in the game Myst. So, if you watched my series of Myst, you know that when I got to the end, it was a little bit broken. So we got to the official ending of the game, but they have actually recently added a bonus age at the end. And since my game had started before the update came in, I believe something in the game broke. And although I was able to get the puzzle to lead to the next age, the actual triggering mechanism didn't work and we did not get the book. So I decided that I'm going to start a new game and try to just speed run the entire game with just my memory of how to solve these puzzles and see how quickly I can get to the end and see if that book works and we can get to that bonus level. So if you're not interested in the speed run, just go to this time in the video and that will take you right to the start of the bonus level. For everyone else, let's go ahead and get started. Alright, I'm going to start by making a brand new game, and yes, and I'm going to use the randomized clues, so even though I'll remember how to solve the puzzles, the actual values will be randomized, and hopefully be different. Going back to the world of Myst. Alright, here we are, back again at the beginning of the game, and it is still giving me tutorial prompts, so let me just get rid of those. There we go. Okay, now let's start. Okay, so I think the first thing I want to do is turn on all of these marker switches. So we have to turn on all of these so that we can get them to appear on the map board in the library to be able to unlock the clues to get to the different ages. Okay, we have a note here to Catherine. I don't believe that is necessary to read, but we'll take a look at it anyway. And let's see. We'll continue turning on these marker switches. Okay, and then I think this is, well, this isn't the last one, but it's the last one we can get access to right now. There's still one over there by the clock tower right here, but until we unlock that bridge, we can't get to it. Alright, so let's go into the library. Now, hopefully our map board should be nice and lit up. There we go. So I'm just going to do this in the order that I played them in last time, although I believe you can do these 4 ages in any order you want. But we're going to go ahead and go to Channelwood first. Alright, so that moves the tower and that... Oh, first of all, let's go ahead and put these pages in their books. We're not going to bother talking to the brothers, we're just going to make sure their pages get in there. So now let's go, the tower was rotated when we did this on the map wall, so let's go find the clue that it unveiled so we can get to Channelwood. Okay, so up here in the tower on the wall behind here. Okay, here we go. Here's our clue. It's 836. Let me jot those numbers down. Alright, I've got it. Let's go unlock the next puzzle. Okay, so we have to get out of the library by pushing that lever. Okay, so 836, that is a clue that we need to use inside this wooden shack right here. Okay, and more specifically, it is this lockbox right here. So we're going to move this to 8, 3, and 6. Alright, so that unlocks this ignition button, so we're going to go ahead and hit that. And now this pilot light is on, and we can go ahead and crank this and turn the gas on. Okay, so now we're going to have to wait a minute while this tree raises up. Right here. And as you can see, that tree has a little opening in it, so we are going to, now that it's fully up, we're going to go ahead and turn this gas off, and we're going to try to get into that tree trunk so it can take us down below. And we have to be quick about this. And run, 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 run. And I don't think you can get here if you don't run. There we go. Alright, we're heading down below. Alright, here we are down here, and this is a recreation of some of the platforms in Channelwood, and this is the book to go to that age. Okay, here we are, back to Channelwood. I love this age. This is just so beautiful to me. Okay, so this age, all the puzzles in here are, well, all the elevators and stuff that are driven by water pressure. So first thing we have to do is go ahead and turn on this water. Oh, there's a little frog. I missed that last time. I saw that little guy in someone else's video, and I was like, hey, I didn't get a frog. Okay, so we're going to turn this. And now this water should be flowing down here through these pipes. Okay, and the first thing I want to do is divert this first one here. So if we go over here, we'll notice that this door is closed. So we need to open that door so we can get up and down that spiral stair. And we're going to do that by using a different elevator up. And that is going to be this direction over here. And this is already set the right way. This is already set the right way. And so is this. Okay. So this elevator, you can hear the water. This elevator has power. So let's go up to the middle of the trees. Okay, so now from up here we need to go open up that door that I just talked about that leads to that spiral stairs. It's amazing how much of this I actually recall. Okay, I believe this is the one. Yep, here we go. We're going to hit this lever, and that's going to open up that door right there. So now we need to go over there so we can go down and open up the door below. So I think we're going to backtrack just a little bit. And then we're going to turn this way. And this way. I believe this is going the right direction. Yep, and then straight. Alright, so now with this door open, we can go down to the bottom of this spiral stairs. And open that door. And now that this door is open, we have access, free access to this stairwell. So now we need to power that elevator right there by getting power to this pump. And that is just coming over to this first lever that we threw and putting it back in the position it was in. There we go. And now we can go back up the spiral stairs. Alright. And now this elevator has power, so we can ride this up to the canopy above the trees. Okay, so now up here in the canopy we're looking for 3 pieces of information. The first thing we're looking for is the red page, the blue page, and a piece of information which is going to help us win the game. So this room has a red page, okay, and I think the position of this page moves around, because I think it was on a different table last time. Another important thing here is this note. So if you see the third line from the bottom, it says go to the clock tower and move that marker switch to the off position. So this is a half of a note. I'm going to jot that down, clock tower, so we don't forget. That's telling us to, when we get the other half of that note and put them together, it's basically telling us you have to turn all of the marker switches on the island on, and then turn that one specific one off to reveal a page which we're going to need to actually successfully end the game. So we're moving through this area now here, and this will get us the blue page. And here it is. Alright, so that's everything we need from the upper canopy here. So now all we have to do is go back and get to the Myst linking book and get back to the main island. Right, and then back down the stairs. Okay, so now there's going to be a little bit of lever pulling here to get the access to where we need to get to the Myst book, but the first thing we do is put the water back going this direction. And then from here, we need to divert it this way, I believe, if I'm remembering this correctly. So that brings it down here to here. Yes, all the way down here. All right, so now that's powering this pump, and whenever we pull this lever, that's going to raise up a bridge and give us access to that part of the ramps over there. Alright, so let's go ahead and cross this bridge. And now that's the elevator we need to go to, but right now it's we can't get power to it. So we have to do one more thing, which is turn this way up here. And we have to extend this piece of pipe to connect across that gap. And now we just need to get water flowing down here so that it can power that elevator. So let's go ahead and backtrace our steps a little bit here. Oh, there's another frog. Okay, so this is the second intersection here. So we're going to put this one back this direction. And instead of going to that elevator, we're going to divert it this way. And that should take it... Yes, that takes it down here across that gap. So now we just need to go retrace our steps again and get back to the other side of that bridge. And our elevator should be powered. Yep, you can hear the water. All right, so this is powered. We can go into this elevator. And activate. There we go. So now this is going to take us up to a room containing our Myst linking book. All right, and there it is. Okay, we have just completed Channelwood. All right, well, now that we're back, let's go ahead and put the red page that we found here. And we will add it back to the book. And we'll put the blue page here. And we will add that to the book. All right, so now let's go to our next age. So, let's see. I think I want to do the stone ship age next. There we go. So that's pointing here to the ship on the docks. So now let's go ahead and get the clue that we need to unlock this one. Okay, this is 3 dates. So now I'm actually just going to take a screenshot of this. Because that'll be a lot easier than writing those down. So those 3 dates are very important. And we'll go ahead and enter those into the next puzzle. And let's get out of the library by opening this door. Okay, so now this puzzle is in the planetarium. So let's go into the planetarium. And we're going to go ahead and close the door, get it nice and dark in here. All right, so now we just need to put those 4 dates into the star map and see what constellations it reveals. So we're going to start with, let's see, October 11, and the year is 1984. Okay, and it'll be 10:04 a.m. Okay, double check that. October 11th, 1984, 10:04 a.m. Okay, let's see what constellation that is. All right, I'm going to draw a very crude diagram of that on my notepad here. I could just take a screenshot, but I'm just going to draw it out. All right, let's put the next date in. So it would be July 13th. Okay, and the year is 2305. And the time is 10:56 a.m. Okay, July 13th, 2305, 10:56. Okay, that is correct. So let's go look at that constellation. All right, I'm just going to draw that on my notepad real quick here. Okay, and let's do the 3rd date. So this one will be August 7, 7352. 7352. And the time is 8:15 p.m. So that's 8 p.m. and then 8:15. Okay, so August 7th, 7352, 8:15 p.m. Okay, let's see what that one is. Alright. Okay, so those are the 3 constellations. So now we're going to have to go back to the library and find out what those constellations are. Okay, so that is going to be in the Stone Ship book. And we're going to go to the back of the book, and there's going to be constellations here. So, let's see. This was one of them, so that's the eye. Okay. Let's see. This was one of them. That's the arrow. And the other one was the leaf. Okay. Alright, so now that we know those, we have to go put those symbols on these pillars. So I have to remember, I don't remember what position they all were, so we're going to have to find them. Okay. There's a leaf, we'll leave that one on. There's the arrow, so now we just have to find the eye. Oh, that is wrong. Nope. Turn that off. It's going to be this one. Nope. It's going to be the last one, isn't it? Alright, so now as you can see, that boat's raising up, but also that boat's raising up. Which is cool. I didn't get to witness that last time. That's pretty awesome. Okay, that unlocks the Stone Ship age. So now let's go to the boat and go to the next age. And that is going to be down here in this room. Alright, let's go to the Stone Ship. Alright, we are here at Stone Ship. Oh, these worlds are so beautiful. I love this one so much. I love this one so much. Okay, let's waste no time here. So the first thing we need to do is we are going to drain the water in this center one, I believe. So that will be this room over here, the lighthouse. And oh, nope, the center one is the building. That's okay. Okay, so we'll drain water from the far one. There we go, the right side. Okay, so that drains the water from this, and now we have this stairway revealed. So we'll go to the bottom of this stairway. And we got this cask here. So we're going to open that up and release the water that's inside of it. Okay, and then we're going to seal that valve back up to make it buoyant in water. And then we're going to go ahead and reflood this room so we can get up into that lighthouse. Okay, so let's go ahead and drain the center one now. Okay, before I go in the lighthouse though, first I'm going to get a reading off of this spyglass up here at the top of the mountain. So what we have to do is we have to point this spyglass at that lighthouse and see how many degrees that is. Okay, so that looks to be about 260. So I'm going to jot down 260 degrees. So we're going to need that in just a moment. Okay. So if we go into this lighthouse now, so this has now raised up, so we're going to use this dangling key to open this box. And then we're going to use the key in that box to unlock this ladder. Okay, so now let's go up this ladder, and we are going to turn on the power in this lighthouse. So what we're going to do is we're going to crank this thing once, and that's going to turn the power on, but you can see it's not full. So we need to crank it 2 more times. So that gives us the maximum amount of time to do the next step. So now what we're going to do is we're going to, since we had gone to the middle, that drained this middle part of water. So we're going to run down here real quick. And down here towards the bottom. Yeah, here we go. This door is open. So this table right here, we need to hit the button that lines up with those degrees we just took. So north is facing the middle of this glass. Or, well, 0. Alright, so this is 180. So this is 270. So 260 should be this one, right? So this is 270. I believe it's this one. Alright, so now that power generator is on. So that is going to be what gets us to our Myst book. So, but first, before we go to that, we have to go ahead and get our red and blue pages. So let's continue down the stairs here into this first chamber. And in here, there should be a red page. There we go. Again, it changes position. It might be in a different position for you if you play this. Okay, and now this is open. We can cut right through and make this a little bit quicker. Okay, and now we'll go down to the other room. And now the blue page will be in here. And the blue page is usually in one of these drawers, I think. At least that's where it was when I played it. Oh, here's the first half of that note. This kind of gives you the rest of the instructions, but again, the piece of information we needed, the clock tower, that was on the first one that we viewed. Alright. So let's find this blue page. Okay, it's not in any of those drawers. Oh, there it is. It was in one of those drawers last time I came. Alright, now let's get back up top here. So since we got into that starburst table room and turned on the main power, that actually powers our access to the Myst book. And to get to that, we're going to switch it to this first position and hit that button. And now that's going to drain the water from this this part of the boat right here. And these lights are on because we turned on that power on that starburst table. You can see the big green light is similar. And that provides power to this table, which when we hit that button, this contains our Myst linking book. Alright, back to Myst. The stone ship age is complete. Okay, so let's go ahead and put the red and blue pages back where they belong. We're going to put them back in these books. Alright, now let's go to the next age. So this one, I think we're going to do the mechanical age next, which is that one. Okay. So let's go see our clue to get to the mechanical age. Alright, here's our clue. So our clue is 1050 and 322. 322 1050. Okay, so let's get out of the library. Now, this one is the clock towers where we need to go. So the time that it gave us, 1050, is what we need to put on this clock by using this mechanism here. So we turn the little hand to 10, and then we turn the big hand to 50. There we go. Hit this button. and the bridge opens up. Okay, now that we're on over here, we can go ahead and turn this marker switch on. Okay, and now that all of the marker switches are on, we want to turn off the one that we saw in that note in Channelwood, and that is the clock tower. We're standing here. Last time I played, it was the brick building there. So now if we turn this one off, there we go. We need that white page to win the game. Without that, we can't win. So let's turn this back on. Alright, so now let's go ahead and go inside the clock tower and solve this puzzle. So this one took me a while to figure out the last time. So basically, if you click the handle once, this one's going to turn the bottom one and the middle one. This one's going to turn the top one and the middle one. But if you hold one of them down, it'll turn it once, but then the middle one will spin just like that. Okay? So, that's the mechanics of how it works. Let me reset it. Okay, so we need 3, 2, 2. Okay, the top one's already in position. So if we turn this one once, and then, one more time, 3, 2, 2. There you go. That was easy. All right. So now the mechanical aid should be open. Or I'm sorry, the linking book to the mechanical aid should now be accessible. And here it is. All right, let's go to the mechanical age. All right, so here we are. So we need to get the code to activate this panel here to get to the Myst linking book. And of course we need to find the red and blue pages. So if you see here, there's a station right here, and there's another one on the other side of this building. We need to rotate this around to those two to get the clues. So let's first go ahead and go into this side room here. So in here, one of the pages is hidden behind a secret door. You can access by clicking that button. And there it is. Okay, and now we're going to go to the other room, which would be down this side. And this one has a secret room also, accessible by that button there. Okay, and there's a blue page. Okay, we have the pages now, we just need to get back to Myst. So now, if you look at this rotation simulator, this teaches you how to rotate the tower, which I'm not going to explain at the moment. But you can see here, our current position is south, right? And we need to rotate it to the east to get one half of the clue, and to the north to get the other half of the clue, and then back around to south to get back out. So that right here is in the center. So between the two rooms, that's the door we need to go up, but to open that door, we first need to go down by pressing this. Okay. So now to open that door up above, we need to push this lever. And you can see we're rotating that inner part. But when we get towards the end, we need to slow it down a little bit. And there. Perfect. If you're going at full speed with the lever all the way up, it's easy to go past it. Alright, now let's put these stairs back up. Alright, now this is going to take us to the top where the controls are. Okay, but to access the controls, we have to hit this middle button and then get out of the elevator while that warning horn is going off. And that reveals the actual control panel. Okay, so first thing to do is you have to push this one up to unlock it, and then we're going to just push and hold this one for 3 seconds. 1 1000, 2 1000, 3 1000, let go. Okay, and then we're going to lock this back in position. Oh, hey. That was an air noise for east, wasn't it? Side note, I'll get to that later. So now that that's set, this is now facing east. We'll click this button to bring the elevator back to this position. And now we'll go back to the bottom. So that's interesting. So as far as that air sound, well, hold on. Okay, let's run out to the outside. Anyway, there's a puzzle coming up later where it's directed. The directions are based on sounds, and on that one, the air sound was east. So that's pretty interesting that it was the same way here. Okay, here we go. So here's the second two. So I'm going to jot these down. So we got the full semicircle, and then we got the plus. Okay, so now we need to find the other half right there. So we need to rotate it one more to face north. Okay, so we'll take it to the top. And then once we're at the top, we'll set it to the middle, but get out while the warning is sounding. Okay, so now we're going to rotate it 1/4 to get to face north. So we're going to push this up to unlock it, and then we're going to go 1 1000, 2 1000, 3 1000, let go. Now, if this goes ding, then my theory is correct. That's right. In the other puzzle coming up later, ding is north. So it's pretty cool. It sounds like they're matching up these sounds. That's good for the consistency. It's a nice, pretty well hidden clue there. Okay, we're going to go to the bottom. Now we're going to go back outside, and we should be looking at that north platform now. There we go. And here's the first two symbols. So the first one's going to be a plus, and the middle one is this dot over the 3 triangles. Okay, great. All right, so now we just need to rotate it twice to get it back to our starting position. Okay, so we'll go to the top. And then click the middle button to exit. And here's the control panel. So unlock it. We're going to move it for 3 seconds. 1 1000, 2 1000, 3 1000. Let go. So now this should be facing west. Is this going to give the sound that I call bounce? Yep. Okay. So right now we're facing west. We want to go south. So we're going to put that back up and go 1 1000, 2 1000, 3 1000. Let go. And this should go clunk. Clunk, yes. So that's pretty cool. So when you get to this, you might want to make note of those sounds. So air is east, ding is north, what I call bounce is west, and clunk is south. So those sounds are going to matter when we get to the next stage. All right. So now we just need to get back out of here and enter our code into this original thing right here. All right, so it was plus. Okay, cool. And then the circle, the dot over the 3. Okay. And then the oops, I just went past it. Semicircle and then another plus. Okay. There we go. And there's our Myst linking book. The mechanical age is done. Okay, now that we're back, let's go ahead and return these red and blue pages. All right, now let's go to the final age. So that would be, we need to point up here to the rocket ship. There we go. And this is called the Celentic age. So let's go find our clue to get to that one. I'm actually surprised at how easily I'm remembering these solutions. Even though it's been several weeks that I've been playing this game. Okay, so here's the clue. 54 volts. So we're going to jot that down. 54 volts. Okay, there we go. Alright, so now we have to go to that little brick building out there, because underneath it is a power generator. This building right here. Okay. So let's go all the way down to the basement. And here is the power generator. So now each one of these buttons sets it to a specific voltage, right? So this first one is 10, right? And you want to jot these numbers down. The next one is 7, okay. And this one is 8, okay. This one is 16, okay. This one is 5, okay. This one is 1. All right. This one's 2. Okay. 22. Okay. 19. Okay. I feel like these values might be the same as the first time I did it. And 9. Yeah, I think these values are the same. So now we just have to hit buttons in a combination that equals 54. So let's see. If we go... So we need like 20... Let's see. And you don't want to exceed that number, or else you have to go reset it. So 54. So we'll start with 22. So... Let's see... So, plus 19. So this is 41, so we need 13 more. So we can go 10 plus 2 plus 1. Okay, 54. That's our 54 volts. And as this shows, we have 54. We now have power going to the ship. And that should be the rocket ship. Okay, you can hear the hum of the electricity. So if you exceed that value, it throws a breaker, and I think you have to go up to this ladder and flip those switches right here, and the same as the other one, to reset the breakers. All right, so this has power. Oh, before we go in here, there's a clue we need to get from the library. So let's go to the Celentic age, and we're going to flip towards the back of this book. There's like a keyboard. Here we go. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and take a screenshot of this. Okay. So now let's go to the rocket ship. All right. And if that power was not on, that door would not have opened. So now that that picture of the keyboard we just took has notes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We need to find those notes on the keyboard here, like the diagram, and then we need to match these sliders, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 up with those same tones. So this one is very much, you have to be able to hear the tones and match up the tones. So this is number 1. This one. Okay. So now let's go here to 1. That sounds right. Let's press it again over here and make sure. Okay, good. So then number 2 was this one. Okay. Is that it? Okay, let's see if that's the same. No, that was different. Okay. I think that's right. Okay. And then 3 is this one. Okay, let's see if that one was right. Okay, that sounds like a match. Okay, so number 4 is this one. Sounds like a match. Let's try it again. 4. Okay, then 5. Okay. Believe that's it. Let's double check that last one. Okay, that sounds good. So let's close the door. And now with all those switches set, let's hit this. Nice, there we go. And here it is. We're going to the Salenta gauge. Alright, here we are. So let's open this rocket. Okay. Alright, so the first thing we have to do is turn on all of these stations here. So kind of like on the main island, we had to turn on all of those marker switches. Here we're going to turn on all of these listening devices. So you can see each one of these. Okay, here we go. Here's the blue page up here. Let's get that while we're here. So this microphone is transmitting through this dish, and this is what actually turns on the transmission. So we need that sound transmitted. And we're going to do that on all, I believe it's 5 of these stations. This one is the freshest in my mind because I just played this level a few days ago. Okay, so this is the roaring fire. So we'll go ahead and turn that transmitter on. And this is the broken clock. We'll go ahead and turn that one on. And this is the humming crystals, and here's our web page. Let's go ahead and turn that transmitter on. And come over here to the 5th one. At the very end of this rock. And this is a big air vent. we'll turn that on. Okay, and now let's go down there because now we need to get over to that tower. And that is down through this tunnel. Okay, first thing is turn the lights on, and that's right, the bats. Just let them fly away. They won't hurt you. Okay, so we're coming to the other side of this tunnel, and this leads us up to this little center dish array here. So now we're going to set each one of these buttons. We're going to point it to the dish that lines up with that sound. So this button's lit, so this is the air. So we're going to line that up with the air. Right there. See? Okay, and then we're going to align this dish with the crystals. There we go. And we're going to align this dish with the clock. Okay. And we're going to align this one with the fire vent. Right there. Nailed it. And then the water, and this one's a little bit tricky because it's hard to see. So I mean, I don't even think you can see it. You just have to listen for it. It's kind of towards the edge of this. There we go. Okay, and now that all of these are set, you can see this one's on the fire, the clock, the crystal, the air. So now we're going to hit this button and they're going to go in a certain sequence, and we're going to jot that sequence down. Fire, clock, crystal, water, air. That's funny that this one didn't light up. Let's try that again. Fire, clock, crystal, water, air. Okay, I'm surprised that one didn't light up. Let's make sure that this one is in the right place. There we go. I think we were off by one. So here we go. Fire, clock, crystal, water, air. Perfect. Okay. Now that we have that sequence jotted down, let's go ahead and we have a lock to open with that sequence. Okay, so we're going to run back around to where we first entered this age. Right before we get to the rocket ship, there was a little stronghold building there. This right here. So now what we need to do is we need to set those sounds to these buttons in this order. So this first button is selected. This one needs to be the fire vent. That one. Okay. Now this one needs to be the broken clock. Is that it? No. Oh. Okay, that's the clock. And now this one will be the humming crystals. Oh, this one, okay. Must have missed it on my last go around. Okay, so now this one's going to be the dripping water. There we go. And the last one will be the air, which it already is. Okay. Now with all those set, let's hit this button. Alright, and that opens this door, but it's not over yet. This leads to another puzzle. Okay, and at the end of this, there's a door. And now this is a cool little vessel where we're going to ride through a maze of tunnels. And this is where those sounds I was talking about earlier are going to come into effect. So let's first, we're going to hit this and go to the bottom. Okay, now that we're here at the bottom, if we press this button, you can hear it goes ding. Now remember when I was talking on the mechanical age, that ding indicates north. So that's telling us we need to go north. And it's already pointed north because it's the only way out of this room. So let's go north. Okay, so that one gave the sound which I call bounce. And if you want to hear it again, you can hit this button. And bounce is west, so we're going to rotate this to face west. And even if there's other ways out of this room, that bounce means that this is the way we need to go. Okay, this one is the bounce again. So we'll keep going west. That's bounce again. Let's keep going west. Okay, we're curving a little bit. Don't let that throw you off. Ooh, that was a long one. Okay. That was bounce again, wasn't it? Okay, so we need to go west again. Okay. Okay, ding. Ding is north. So now let's rotate to face north. Okay, and we'll go north. So it was like ding air. So ding is north and air is east, so that means we need to go northeast. Right? Ding and air. Okay, that's northeast. Okay, that was just air. So let's go east. Oh, we're curving again. Ding, that's north, and we're already facing north, okay? Okay. Sounds like ding and air, so that would be northeast. Okay. That was air and clunk. So clunk is south and air is east. So southeast. Yep, okay. Okay, clunk and air again, right? Alright, southeast again. Oh, we're curving again. Oh, oh, I think this is the last one. There we go. We made it to the end. Look at that. Alright, and with that done, let's open up the door. And that leads out to this passageway. And that leads us to our Myst linking books. So the Selentic Age is done. That's all 4 ages complete. So now all we have to do is go to the grand finale on Myst Island. Okay, so let's go ahead and return the red and blue pages. And get those into their respective books. Again, you could talk to the brothers that are trapped in the books each time, and each time their message gets clearer and clearer. Now, the final challenge. Now, actually, for this final challenge, we have to talk to the brothers because there's a puzzle hidden in this fireplace, and the solution is in this book. It is this one that has nothing written on the spine. So we need to... Oh. So look, this automatically opens up to page 158. And I believe that's actually our solution. So this pattern looks different from last time. I'm going to go ahead and take a screenshot of this pattern. So I think once you have all of the pages in these books, if you listen to these brothers and you listen to their long diatribe, they will tell you to go to page 158. And I did notice the first time that it automatically takes you there once you've unlocked that. So I'm guessing it's going to be 158 again. Alright, let's go ahead and go inside the fireplace and put in that pattern that was on page 158. Can I close it? There we go. Yeah, because that 158 is part of their dialogue, so that probably doesn't change. It's just the pattern on that page changes. Okay. Let's see. Under here. And then we got these. Okay, let me just double check this with my screenshot. These here, there. All right, that's good. All right. So that just opened up this panel behind me. So here's a final blue page and a final red page. Now you could go take those to the brothers in the library and then you would lose the game if you tried to free one of the two brothers. Instead, you're going to go into this book and we're going to go talk to the dad. All right, now this is actually the finale of the original game here. So we're going to talk to the dad. If we did not get that white page out of that marker switch, we would actually be stuck here with him.
And the page. Did you bring the page?
But because we brought the page, he can repair his Myst linking book so that we're not stuck here. Okay. So now we're just going to give him a few moments and then he will come back here and then give us the final speech of the game. Here he is. Okay, now we can go back to Myst. Okay, and now that we're back here on the main Myst Island, you can see that the books where the brothers were trapped are blasted away. And that is actually the finale of the game. Then later in the game, they added a bonus level, which whenever they then created this 3D game, that bonus level was not part of it until literally just a few weeks ago. So a few weeks ago, they added that bonus level, and this right here is how you get to this bonus level. Okay, so you can read his little note. Exit out of that. So now if you look at this Rime Volume 1, this is going to give you the clue to get to the bonus level or the bonus age. Okay, so this shows you where to go to unlock it, but that code 2709. 2709. We're going to need that. Okay. Let's go ahead and open this up. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to run down here to the docks, and we're going to go into this here. Up until this point in the game, everything down here was just kind of like storyline stuff. You didn't actually have to go down here to solve anything. But for this puzzle, you actually do. So if you come here to this, we're going to set it to that 40, like I showed in that book. Okay. And with it, and that one you don't have to memorize because it's written here. It's the topographical extrusion test 40. Okay, and then we're going to hit this button to turn on the hologram. Okay, then we're going to come around the back side and we're going to hit this button here. And now that changed this panel over here to a puzzle piece. And the way to solve this is we're going to point it specifically right there. So this opening is kind of going diagonally down this way. Okay? And now we're going to come back up to the main island and I'm going to show you what that unlocked. Okay, so we're going to head on over to the rocket ship where we went to the Salentic Age. But if you look at this platform, these circles and the lines, that matches that puzzle we just looked at. So if we come down around the side, you can see that the way we angled that is now how this secret door is angled. So that gives us room to get in and then turn and then get down this passageway. Alright, so now this is the machine that should unlock the book to take us to Rime. And that should come up here. This is what was broken in my first go around. When I set this code, it didn't actually work. So let's see if it works this time. So it's going to be 2709. Okay, 2709. Okay, let's cross our fingers and hope this works. Ah, yes, good. Alright, so now the book should be in here. Here it is. Alright, and there it is. Okay, so let's go ahead and hop on in and get this level taken care of. Oh, wow. This is really pretty. Very snowy and cold. Okay. Oh, whoa. Oh, that's cool. I like the reflected lights off these rocks. That's pretty awesome. All right. Ooh. Okay, so I'm seeing these towers, these lit up, these towers with lights. They don't look accessible to me. But of course we have some stuff down here. There's another tower. There's one. Oh, wait a minute. This one has a dish on top of it. Okay. Alright, well let's head on down here. See what there is to see. Okay. We've got a building here. And we've got another walkway out this way. Let's take a look. Okay, we have a spyglass. Can we move it? Whoa. There was like a rock that just went under the water. I can't seem to be able to move it. Huh. Okay, that's strange. Okay, let's see. Oh, there's something down there too, right there. Can we get down there? That would be down this passageway here. Let's see. Let's look in this main building first. With the broken door. Okay, and this looks like a line with a lever. I wonder if this is like a gas main or a water main or something leading to this building. And how much you want to bet the thing down here is what controls that. Is it down here? Oh, yeah, look at this. Okay. Alright, that might be a water pump like in Channelwood. Okay. Ooh. Oh, look at this. Uh-huh. Green is probably good. Go one more. Is that... Oh, look at it sinking. Can we go one more? Alright. Now can we turn this on? Ooh. Okay, now let's see if this... It doesn't appear to be going down, so this might be good. Alright. Well, let's hope that's good. Now let's go back up here to this main building. So now I'm wondering, so storyline wise, I didn't read all the books and stuff, but I believe that the dad was saying that the wife might be captured here or something? Like stuck here by the sons? Is this... I was hoping that that would be... Well, when I saw it, I was hoping that that means that... Oh, we got to turn this on, probably. That sounds good. Okay. Ooh, nice. I'm going to close the door. Alright, there's doors on the side here, and there's a ladder. That can be... Oh, that's neat. I guess let's go up before we go out. Now, is that door... Hold on, I just want to see. Oh, it looks like that goes down here and underneath this snow mound. Okay. Alright, let's go up this ladder first. Okay, there's a bed. Okay. Akinar's journal. Oh. So Akinar was one of the sons. Oh, look, we got a puzzle clue here. I'm going to go ahead and take a screenshot of that. Okay. Alright, let's see. I'm not going to get too hung up on trying to read the story stuff. But I'm guessing that... Now, one thing the father did say in his whole spiel was, Or, I'm sorry, in that note was like, you can see my sons for who they were. So this is interesting. I don't know if this is important. This looks like water flow or something. Okay. Oh, here we go. This is probably Cirrus. Yeah. Okay. Ah, here we go. Those colors and numbers are different from the first one. Oh, and the order of the everything is different. Okay. All right, very good. Now, I'm assuming that I don't know if these usually most of the diagrams in these aren't too important. This, well, you know what? I'm going to take a screenshot of this just in case we need it. Although I feel like that's probably this is probably the puzzle. Okay. All right. Oh, I love the glow. That's really cool. Okay, so let's go through these doors here. Oh, that's like it's like a mist hanging at like your calves down here. That's a really cool effect. Okay, let's see what is in this door. That work? Okay. I was wondering what was going on there. Everything is kind of frozen and stuck and okay, so this says we can go up and down. Let's go let's go up first. Up feels safer than down. And it came from up, I think. Anything else in here? Ooh. Okay, this is interesting. So these colors sort of align with the colors that the boys had in their journals. But I don't know what the numbers are. Okay. Of course, that does nothing. Whoa! Whoa! We just caused an aurora borealis. A very white aurora borealis. Oh, that's pretty awesome. Okay, so I'm guessing if we get the right things set here, we'll get the right colors of and something cool will happen. Oh, this looks neat from above. Okay. Let's go back down. Hopefully we'll get a better clue on what to do with that. So we're going to go back down. This will probably take us back to the middle. Okay, now let's hit the down button again and see if we can actually go down. No. Okay, so I'm not really seeing how the clues we got from their journals line up with that last puzzle. So let's just take a look around and see if there's any other clues that we've missed. Oh, that's probably a whale snout. Yeah, because the one book had diagrams of whales. That's pretty cool. Doesn't help us with the puzzle, but that's pretty cool. Oh, look, that's what's creating the aurora. That's pretty wild. And that's the building we were just in. Okay, I'm not finding anything else on this island that where we can even go. Okay, let's see if there's any side rooms that we're missing. There were side rooms in some of the other ages. Okay, nothing that we're missing there. Now, either we can go down and we have to unlock it somehow, or down is just to get us to here. Let's go back up and take another look at this control panel. Okay, what happens if we press up from here? See, that's a different sound. That's basically like saying more like no, where the other one was more like a mechanical failure. Okay, that's interesting. Oh, look. Can we... What's this? Oh, what's this? Oh, look at that. It turned around. Huh. Is this a new section? Oh, wow. Look at that. That's pretty cool. Alright, let's see. Is it this way? Okay. Maybe we can go up here. Oh, you know what? Maybe we can change something on this tower. Bet that's what it is. Yeah, I bet that's what it is. Is there like a panel or something we can get in here? Is there something over here? Ooh. I feel like this might be like a control panel type of thing. Maybe, maybe we have to go turn this off to maybe... See, I'm not even seeing where a control panel would be showing up. And I can't... I'm trying to walk around it to see if I can get the other side, and I can't. Look at the beautiful sparkles in the snow. That's pretty awesome. Okay, so let's go... Seriously, there's nothing over here? Oh! Oh, that was a whale, and I think it just, like, it sprayed water in the air. That's pretty awesome. Okay. Okay, let's go back down, maybe. Okay, we can't get around this. Okay, let's go back down and, no. Press this one. Let's see if we can turn off the aurora. Oh! Well, that took us to a... No, this is the first one. Okay, I was like, this took us to a new place. Does that do any... That turns it off. Okay, that's good to know. So then this... That turns it on. Okay. And then... Oof. That turned it off. Okay. So... one of the... Okay, so the top symbol on both of their notes looked the same, and this one was like turquoise or whatever, and it says like 12. I don't know how that's supposed to align with this. And then the other one had the same symbol at the top, and it was more like yellow, but the symbol is... the number with it is 10. I don't know what that does. Let's see if it makes the aurora different colors. Oh, that's so pretty. Oh, that's so cool. Alright, so... Oh, but you know what? This one has the same symbol written twice. So this dish... Okay, so in these symbols, some of them have... There's a center, a middle ring, and an outer ring. Some of them, the symbols, they're all empty. On one of them, only the center is empty. On some of them, only the outer one is colored in. I don't know how to interpret that. I don't know what that means. Okay, and there's no control panel up here, so there's nothing where we can set that to one of those diagrams. And the numbers are on here are like 1 through 12, whereas these are 200 through 1000. Unless those numbers are hundreds. So like, no, but they go up to 12. So there is no 1200. Okay, I'm not seeing the connection here. Okay, let's go see if we can find another clue. Oh, wait a minute. This book goes down to a linking book. Okay, let's see. What do I do with this information? See, I feel like we have to go down. So that diagram, so I think this down is a thing. And that's not letting us. Now I can't imagine there's something here where we give it different levels of power. I can't imagine that would be a thing. Okay, so it's looking like... So this looks like the building that's at the top. And if we go down, like maybe all the way down, there's a book. But there's like a shaft leading down to the book. And it looks like this is showing lenses and a stack of lenses going down to the book. And it's showing these reflective rocks. And then this looks like it might be an array of lenses going down to the book. Okay, so it seems like there's going to be a stack of lenses somewhere that we need to arrange to go down some kind of a shaft leading to... Is there anything up here? Okay, let's go back outside. And we need specific colors to come through, and then that might shine through something. I don't know. I'm reaching here. Okay. And I still don't know how... These are obviously the colors that are on these diagrams. But how do these line up with the numbers and the symbols that are along with them? Okay, let's see. I wonder... With this thing facing this direction, can we do anything with these buttons? Oh, we're going down, but we're facing the other way now. Okay, alright. Should I just go in, or should I go down? See if we can go down even further. We can. Oh, this might be like the diagram had going like way down underground. Oh. Alright, so how much you want to bet this is where the book is? Oh, look at this. Oh yeah, there's the stack of lenses. Is that the color of the aurora that we have on right now? Whoa! Can I read those? That's mechanical. Celentic. Riven. That's the sequel. Stone Ship. Channelwood. Myst. And I can't read that one. Okay, in one of the when I was just skimming the words in the journals, the boys said that they could look into the other worlds. So this is probably what this is. Okay. Alright, oh, look at this. It's showing the shining the light through the different color lenses. Chipping off rocks probably to make the lenses. Interesting. Okay, this is pretty cool. This pattern is messed up. However, that is still different. Infinity in a bottle. Alright, let's go up to the middle one. Well, first of all, is that red button still here? No. Can we go down any further? No. Okay, let's go up to the middle. So I'm wondering if in this middle is where we're going to, like, arrange some kind of something to do with these patterns in this table that was in the books. Ooh. Ooh, does that take us back to Myst? I don't think we want to go there yet. Oh, some very nice clothes. Okay. Ugh. Okay, let's see. Rime Volume 2. Okay, more diagrams with lenses. Ooh! 620. Let me jot that down. 620, that's at the base of a tower here. 620, that could be on the control panel. Those numbers were in the hundreds. Okay, so 620 definitely means something. Okay. So now that said 620, right? Hold on, what's it? Oh, I gotta turn it off. Okay. So 620. 620. So now that's 620 on both of them. That's just a nice lavender aurora. Okay. Alright, now let's spin around. And then go back to the middle. Well, the middle didn't have anything we could control, right? This just gave us the 620 clue. I mean, these lenses are in an order. Clear, red, blue, green. I don't know if that matters. I mean, I'll jot that down anyway, although I don't think that's going to matter. This is just a workshop where they're making lenses, cutting rocks, and polishing them. So now these... Okay, what does this say now? Max distance between the height and the top of the bow cannot exceed 11 steps. 11 steps. That sounds important. It seems the light is unable to penetrate the ink of the book, and if the distance is great. To allow for needed reflection, the two sequential lenses can have 4 matching iris size. Can have... No 2 sequential lenses can have a matching iris size. Okay. Each lens color must be unique. To compensate for the extreme refraction, any lens set to use the highest frequency must use the smallest iris. Okay, those diagrams in the books, that might be like the iris size. Okay, so... Oh my gosh, this is a whole lot of rules. Okay, I'm going to take a picture of this. Okay, if a lens sits between two small iris lenses, it must be equal in distance to both. Any lens set to use the highest frequency must use the small. So high frequencies need a smaller iris. Okay. Lens frequency must decrease in order as they get closer to the book. They can increase or decrease, but they must do so in order. Even with the alteration of the base crystal shape into a flat lens, the laws of physics cannot be circumvented. Oh my gosh, okay. And this is... okay. Alright, well, I feel like we probably have all the clues. Now we need to figure out what the heck to do with them. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Number... okay. Right, so this is the iris size. The color, the iris size, and the number. How do we change them? Okay, so the iris size can be changed with these handles here. This can probably be rotated. Oh. Okay. Alright. Now, okay, let's do the top one. So, from one of the books, we have turquoise on the top. I'm guessing it's that one. And this one is going to be set to 12. It's a fully open iris, and then this would be a 12. I don't know how to... oh. Okay, I can grab... oh, okay, we're going to start at the bottom. Okay, this is cool. This is really cool. I like this. I want to see the bottom. Click bottom. 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 There we go. Okay, so this one, we're going to set this to level 2. And then it is the medium iris, and it's white. Okay. And then the next one is 6. With a fully open iris, and this one is yellow. Okay, and then the next one is 9. Okay, can I get to it? Okay, there we go. And this is going to be this is the smallest iris possible. And then this is blue. Okay, and then this one, we need to move this down to... well, let's see, it's an open iris and it's turquoise. We need to move it down to 12. Okay. So this is the combination from one of the books. Which book? What's going on? Oh, no way. We got to figure out what... I have no clue what book to point it to. Okay, I don't want to brute force this and just go through every book. Okay, let's go back up to the boys' rooms and take a look at those books again. Okay, hold on. The one over here, this is the pattern that we have in it right now. Being able to see channel wood without physically being there is truly unbelievable. Let's see, leftover parts of stone ship. I doubt he'll notice if I repurpose. Okay, so maybe this one goes to Channelwood? Perhaps. Let's see if there's a something similar in this book here. Can't believe it, my brother keeps going back and forth between books. He's saying his age of probably leave. Can't wait to return home. It works. We saw Myst Island. We were even able to see Stone Ship. So maybe this is Stone Ship? And the other one is Channelwood. Okay, let's try to put Channelwood underneath the current combination and see if that shows us anything. Okay, so we'll put Channelwood. Okay, so there's Channelwood. Okay, let's see if this... What just happened? Did anything happen? Okay, I'm missing something here. I would like to see one of these work so that I can understand. Let's see. Must not succeed at 11 steps. Okay, so I feel like the whole infinity in a bottle thing is the one that we're going after. So I feel like, okay, these observations that we just saw. So this right here, I feel like this is the one we need to solve. So we know this one's at 4 and this one's at 12. This is a medium iris, this is yellow, this is blue. Also allow manipulation of light from the sky, projected through the lens, gives us current control. We need to find the correct combined frequency. Okay. Whoa, his father is imprisoned in Riven? So these. So I feel like in the boys' books were examples of combinations that worked, probably following all of these rules. Now this, I think we have to solve these values based on those rules. The 620, I feel like that's probably wrong. Well, the number is right, because that was the number in the clue, but I feel like, but there was two numbers, so I wonder if they have to total the 620. Because didn't he say something? Where was his book? Was this it? We will need to find the correct combined frequency. Okay, so maybe the two colors together have to equal 620? Let's try that. Okay, so... do we just do like... oh, let's turn it off. Do we think just like any combination will work as long as they total 620? Let's do this. Let's do like... we'll do like 300. 320. Okay. So it's going to be like yellow and slightly lighter yellow. There we go. Yellow and slightly lighter yellow. Okay, let's see if that makes any difference. Let's see, turn around. Alright, let's go back to a combination that we think we know the solution to. So that would be the one book that said Channelwood is 12, wide open, and turquoise. And this one we're thinking is Channelwood because... hey, look! We can see something in Riven now. Okay, it's... we can see something, but we're not seeing anything clear. Let's see if we can get to Channelwood. So I think we might have the color frequency thing, right? That's a good thing. Channelwood. Whoa! Oh, that is so cool. Oh, neat. All right, awesome. Okay. Let's see. The other book looked like it was maybe to Stone Ship. Yellow. All right. So now let's see with this pointed at Stone Ship. Do we see Stone Ship? Yes, we do. Look at that. 4, 7, 10, 14. Okay, looks like he's actually making one here. Does this give an indication of what age it is? What about Solentic? Okay. Cool. Okay, so that one was Solentic. Okay, is this one... Do you think this one's mechanical? Very cool. Alright, so now I feel like we just have to use this and then all of the like rules to figure out the final secret. And I think as far as frequency, let's go back up to the top. Okay, yeah, okay, so it goes white, then yellow, then like pink. So we've got yellow, then blue. So if the bottom one is set to 4, and this one is set to 12. This one can't be any more than 15. Oh, that has to be 15. Okay, so because there's certain spacing here. Looks like there's 3 in between each one. Okay. All right. So we've got yellow, and that's going to be 15. We've got blue at 12. We got something at 4. And we have a medium-sized aperture there. We know that yellow is going to be a large aperture. Okay. So each color must be unique. Okay, we get that. The frequency can increase or decrease, but they must do so in order. So yellow and then blue are increasing. So I feel like it has to be cyan and green. Okay, so... And then... the highest frequencies must use the smallest iris. I don't know. So if this is small and this is small, then this one is in the middle. Okay. All right. Let's try this. So this is going to be smack in the middle. This is going to be a small iris, and this is going to be green, which I have it set to already. Okay, and then this one. This one here is going to be, I'm thinking, cyan or turquoise with a medium aperture at 8, halfway in between. And then this one is going to be a small aperture, and it's going to be blue, maybe. And then this one is a large aperture at 15, and this is yellow. Okay. All right, let's see if we can see. I feel like the payoff is probably Riven, right? I'm thinking like the big thing here is looking into the future and seeing Riven. So let's see. Does that show us anything? Whoa! We got it right. Whoa! This is Riven. Oh, wow. That's cool. All right, I think this is the big payoff. I think seeing Riven might be the big solution to this. Oh, if we get too close, we get into the wall. All right, I think that's it. I think that's it, everyone. I think this is our special age here, where we can come here and see all the different ages. Now, we couldn't get Myst. Well, Let's go back to the father's room, because I feel like that one was probably to see Myst, because that's the only other world we know. This right here. Okay, I think that's right. Well, we'll see. So I'm thinking that this one might be Myst, because that's the only other world here that we know about. And that was in Dad's room, which it seems like that's what he would want to look at. Because that's his original, his baby. That's not at all what that does. Or my numbers are all completely wrong. Oh, look at that. Nice. Oh, you can see around behind, too. Alright, well, I think that's the entire thing. I think the whole thing with this age is that you get to come in here and take a look at the different ages with the lenses, and you get that cool as heck sneak preview of Riven, which is pretty awesome. So I think that means that we're done, and we're just going to go back to Myst and end this. So I'll see you next time. Take care, everyone. Bye-bye.